times, however, when you have to just know when to let it go. And this is really the end of the book. I wrote this because I will say I was very blessed, Camelot career. And I worked with people that I admired and I respected and I frankly loved. And I remember there was a big upheaval at my company, and my boss, the guy I had followed with 2 different companies, I'd really only worked for 2 companies my whole career till now, and there was really one boss. And he was ousted by the board. I think he wanted to take the company private, and so they said, nope, and he was gone, and then the next thing you know, all the people that I cared about were starting to leave. And I was in this environment where I didn't really like what was going on above me anymore. I didn't really like, and again, I was trying to find the like. I was really working hard at it, and I was trying to focus on the positive, and I would have lunch with my dad quite often. And the next thing you know, I was thinking about what I was going to do. What was my next chapter going to be? And I'm at the bar with my dad, Blue Moose, and Prairie Village, Kansas, and we are at the bar, and the bartender's helping us, and I'm having lunch, and I'm whining and whining and whining about work, and I'm having some wine with my whining. And the bartender's helping us, and Dad's having his warm German beer, and then Dad says, wow, you're having some trouble at work. You don't have anything nice to say about your work right now. I said, well, yeah, I do. I love the people who work for me. I love the people that I work with. I just don't like what's going on above me right now. And Dad said, well, you're concerning yourself with something you don't have control over then, right? Yeah, I guess so. It's what's going on above you. Yeah, you don't have anything nice to say about what's going on above you, the people you work for right now. I said, well, not so much right now. He goes, well, they're still paying you, aren't they? Yeah, they are, Dad. That's true. It's just I just don't know if it's for me. And he said, well, you like the work you do, you like the people who work for you, and you like the people you work with. So if you don't have any control of what's going on above you, then you just need to decide to let it go. It's over the L, Mary. I said, what do you mean by it's over the L? He said, 1951, Kansas City, Kansas, there's a flood. We'd heard all summer long, the rains had been really bad all summer long. We'd heard all summer long that the KCK area was going to flood. Well, all of a sudden, we get National Guard coming in. The levees broke up the hill from Leavenworth and Lawrence. And they said, you got to evacuate right now. I just took my best set of knives, and I drove home to our home in Shawnee, Kansas. And I go home, and nothing we could do. I went to bed. The next morning, it's 1951. There's only one television set in the house. It's in the family room. And I hear your mom in the family room. I wake up, and she's crying. John, come quick, it's over the L. She's crying, it's over the L. And I walk out, and I look at the television, and it was over the L. And the bartender can't contain himself anymore. He's in the midst of the conversation. Mr. Bicklemeyer, what was over the L? He said, the water. You see, up the hill from the meat market was a grocery store, and had a vertical sign on top, Milgrams, Milgrams. And the water was over the L on the Milgram sign, up the hill from the meat market. Where do you think the meat market was? Underwater. So I turned to your mother. Remember, my mom's name is Mary. She passed away a few years before. And he looks at me and he says, I turned to your mother and I said, Mary, let's go back to bed. It's over the L. I thought, oh my gosh, is that why you called Jerry the flood baby? It still makes me red. No matter how old you are, thinking of your parents that way is not a good thing. Especially when your dad looks like the cartoon character from Up. Oh, not good. So the bartender's even going, oh. And Dad said, Mary, what else was I going to do? I might as well make the most of the situation. It was over the L. And the minute you realize so many things you worry about are over the L, the happier you're going to be. You worry about stuff you don't have any control over all the time. Some things are just over the L. I can't tell you how many times I use this all the time. Over the L, over the L. It was hilarious, though, when I met my local Starbucks right after the book came out. And I knew they were all reading the book. I'm in there in my workout clothes, and no one really knows I'm the author. It's hilarious how the author. And I'm in the line, and all of a sudden I hear this huge crash. And the barista, that area back there, and there's that silver pitcher, and there's milk flying everywhere. And I hear the person behind the barista going, it's over the L. I thought, how profound is that? To live in hearts we leave behind means not to die. My dad's being quoted over the L as now "don't cry over spilt milk" replacement. It's over the L.